Welcome back! Tier 2 is back! We're at Bahrain for round 1. This is the first time Bahrain has been the opening round of the league and of the season, so we are PNBO5 and Polo God. Welcome yourself, Polo God. How are you doing?
Woo! We're back! Woo! I'm great.
Yeah! Yeah!
Anyway, I'm doing fantastic. I cannot wait for the season to get going. Tier 2's apart from me racing tomorrow in Tier 1, Tier 2 is the tier I'm looking forward to the most. I'm looking forward to another incredible season.
It's gonna be fun. Now, we had Tier 3 race, which we'll talk about in a moment, but we could have possibly Irish drivers. Well, you're the fake one, but Irish drivers on the podium throughout all 3 tiers this weekend. Luke B could be on the podium today. Keep that in mind because GSR Raptor took the podium earlier today in the Tier 3 race not too long ago, so maybe Luke B can make it 2 in a row, two races in a row for Irish drivers on the podium. Maybe Polo.
Yeah, hopefully that's the case. Luke B, he's probably one of the more underrated drivers in Tier 2, just coming in from Tier 3, he's shown he has good pace. Compared to his brother Kagut, obviously he's a bit slower, but considering he's had the game a lot less than the guy, he's made good development, not gonna lie, and hopefully he can shine in Tier 2 today.
And as well as full grid for the first
Woo!
Tier 2 race! Yeah! Nah, I'm kind of having fun with it, but regardless, I'm happy that we got a full grid. It's really great. And 19 full-time drivers. GSR Callum returning for the first time since Austria last season. This is great that we got this. This is all great. We got a lot of new guys kind of returning as well. New guys returning, new guys in the league, new guys from Tier 3, new guys kind of coming up in the ranks of ARL. This should be good with this race. Now let's talk about the Tier 3 race. I'm sure you saw it. Good job to Raptor on the podium, but also good job to JB88 saving his tires and just managing them there, well, very well to just barely get it to the end in the race lead. He got caught by Raptor by about a good 10 seconds at the very end. So, yeah, you could definitely say for sure that, you know, JB88 did a very good job of winning the race, and I think KDX might get disqualified here for blocking the pit lane exit. No, he won't. Okay, never mind. But, definitely, Polo, you could say for sure that pretty interesting to say the least for Tier 3 with that battle for the race lead, at least at the end, and just the whole race in general.
I mean, I didn't really watch the end of the race, which was a bit annoying because I heard there was a good battle at the end, but it was a bit of a strange race, a chaotic race. Not as chaotic as Italy Tier 3 last season, but chaotic to the point where there was a good racing, but a bit of questionable driving from certain drivers, which is natural when it's kind of a new game and people need to get used to, I guess, racing around new handling model, I guess. So I guess in a way it can be expected, but there will probably still be there obviously still will be punishments for the people who did cause incidents. Hopefully Tier 2 isn't as bad, but yeah.
Yeah, it should be good, and yeah, Squid did say nice to see you again. Yeah, well, it was nice as well to see again. It's the viewership, amazing viewership. 44 viewers for Tier 3, that's insane! That is almost, doubling what was last week in Tier 2, or not Tier 2, Tier 3, at 24 for preseason. Now we have 44 viewers for the Tier 3 race. The viewership just keeps going up, and I think it's also a better move that we switched to Twitch, because I think now, it's really showing what this league is capable of doing, you know, with the viewership.
Yeah, the move to Twitch was probably one of the best moves we've done. What were we gonna do? Move to Facebook Gaming and have 0 viewers? Yeah. Um, yeah, having 44 viewers, I mean, I was part of those 44 viewers. It's incredible, and it's a really shows that how far the league has come since last season. where I think our record was like 21 viewers or 27, I think.
31 it was. Yeah,
Oh, it
31.
was
But with tier
31.
2 it was 27, I believe. 27 for tier 2. Hopefully we can get more today. Hey, there's only 13 viewers. Get the viewership up now. Come on. We need more viewers. But no, seriously though. Tier 2 doesn't always get the fame Tier 3 gets. So hopefully we do get people tuning in when the race starts, which will be good. But Rappalucas, which is, we'll call him that because that's Lucas, outperforming Riles so far in qualifying. The teammate pairing, I think that's a teammate pairing Riles needed in my opinion. A teammate that could be close together with him, but I think that could give him a good fight, and it should be very interesting to see. We have a lot of new faces, a lot of new things this season. As Davis goes to the top, let's go over some of the new things. As Asian as well goes to the top. Asian kind of staying in that same team. Davis from tier 3. Patriot technically from tier 3. 8th place in this last race, or 8th or 7th, one of the two. I forgot which one it was in this race last season. Rappalucas from tier 3. You also have ZZ Boss plays from a reserve to a full-time driver. Atlantis from tier 1 to tier 2. Big Chungus, a reserve to a full-time driver. You also have as well KDX, who was originally in tier 3, a new driver. Callum returning as well. Luke B originally was a tier 3 driver, and Alabama Outlaw has DNF from the session. Luke B was a tier 3 driver last season, now moves up to tier 2. Callum also returning, he's as a reserve this time. That F1 boy as well, returning to a full-time spot at Ferrari. You also have Alabama Outlaw, who kind of dropped at the end of at the beginning of last season. In this race last season, he was fighting for a good P5, P6, P7 run around where you were at, Polo, and then got a drive-through under the safety car, so that really screwed his chance of points. And we also have Sam Steed, who was in Tier 1 last season, finished 4th in the points, now down to Tier 2.
Yeah, really stacked grid we have for tier 2. Really up and down, considering some of the drivers who were in tier 1 dropped to tier 2, and then some drivers in tier 3 moved up to tier 2. So can the people who were in tier 3 maybe upset the former tier 1 guys and maybe get some good results, or will the former tier 1 guys show their dominance? It's going to be interesting. Good to see, like you said, a full grid. Hopefully continues for most of the season. Tier 2 has been very good with attendance, especially last season, where I'm pretty sure the lowest attendance we had was only because reserves weren't allowed to race. So,
Correct.
still, yeah, having a full grid on the first race is a very promising sight to see.
Yeah, should be good. Sam Steed on that lap got involved last time. He was just commentating the Tier 3 race. This should be very interesting to see the strategies of all things. 10th on down going for the mediums. But we saw in Tier 3, softs to hards won the race with the top 2. Hellcat gone softs, mediums, mediums. That did not even win the race whatsoever. That was in fact a horrible strategy. That got him down to 3rd. He chose soft, mediums, mediums, which he was maybe betting on a safety car, but again, not the best strategy. He probably should have tried softs to hards. He had a chance to win, Hellcat did, but threw it away. So not what you like to see. And of course, strategy is key here. This track is more of a strategy game than last season, I'd say. Last season there were some people going on softs who shouldn't be and stuff, and just making dumb decisions. In this all tier races last season of tier 1, tier 2, with 50%. Now you have tier 3 with 50%. But last season though was an incredible race. Bit dirty, but more chaotic than I'd say dirty. Let's put it this way. Simple as that. Safety car after safety car after safety car. We had PF Solberg first time on the podium, Kitagoda, first win, Milo Gaming. After charging his way from 18th to about 3rd, after lagging out, he came back up for a good finish on the podium. Rapid Extreme Utah Elephant, 4th and 5th. Utah Elephant with his first start here last season. The only people making their first start today is KDX, but you have Luke B, making his Luke B, Rappalucas, all making their first starts in tier 2, if I am correct. And also same with Sam and Atlantis technically, so yeah.
Yep.
Was that which came to the line? KDX to 4th.
Anyway, I had a bit of lag there, so I didn't really hear much of what you said. But a tripod 25-2. Very, very good lap. What I was gonna say now.
Yeah, just seen that. Of course, I have the glitch where I just pause it. I have to pause it, unpause it. But interesting helmet for Juicer Hamilton. I just noticed that. Interesting helmet. Yellow flag. That's a Mercedes. That is KDX. Letting people go. KDX is out of the session actually now. Tiring on track. Yeah, tripod at the top. That should be good. I think this fight's going to be very interesting at the top of the field as we reach the final few moments of, qualifying.
Yeah, happy that tripod's at the top. Not gonna show any bias because he's my driver. Ah, well, I guess tripod at the top because he's a quick driver. I think he could be a contender. Obviously, you have the likes of Alanis and Sam. They could show up and maybe battle tripod. Same with Data Lucas if he proves himself. Maybe the likes of Patriot and all them could as well. It's a really big unknown because it's a very competitive field, like I said earlier. So we just need to look at what's going to happen today in the race and see where everyone is.
Then we got people on their final laps in qualifying. Last season it was Riles taking pole. He was on the softs. Riles down to 7th. That teammate pairing of Rappalucas though and him should be very interesting.
Yeah.
He was kind of getting in the way there from him, but he's on an outlap. So, we'll be coming to the line this time for a few people. That's the AlphaTauri starting the lap. There's the Williams. That is Patriot or Aviation, one of the two. Those are the cars coming to the line. There's a Red Bull and a Haas. Data Lucas couldn't improve. There's the McLaren. Atlanta's coming to start his lap. Someone just gone up a position. That was User Hamilton up to 9th, but here come the final laps, the racing point. Milo Gaming, a 10th down in the mediums. Big Chungus has spun out. Purple Sector 2, though, for him, so that's interesting.
Yeah, he might have balled a really good lap there. Well, he will be on the better strategy of mediums to hards. I mean, softs to hards can work. I saw Boker do an ABS yesterday, but
Hold up, coming to the line. Asian, he's trying to improve. Could it be pole position? It is close, but he does improve 91 thousandths for him. Does improve on his time behind that. There's another Williams. There's Patriot. Purple Sector 2 for him. What can he do? Kind of the reigning Tier 2 USA winner. So, Patriot coming to the line this time. DRS enabled for him now. Where does he go?
Second.
Does improve to the first row. The Renault as well coming to the line. Utah Elephant stays 16th. A poor qualifying for him. There's the Haas somewhere. That is a retirement in the session for one of them. But behind that, there's Alfa Romeos coming to the line. There is GSR Callum, second up in his time. Could it be up to the top 15, top 10 possibly? Where does he go?
15.
Goes up to the 15th position. Atlantis going to the pits as well. Outside of the top 15, improves to 10th. Now Rappalucas invalidated his lap. It's a poor position for him, but ARL Tripod on the pole position for the first time I want to say this is for him, but he takes pole this season.
I believe it is his first pole. I need to check that. I think it is. I don't know. It'll take a while for me to check, but yeah, that's. I mean, considering I know some of his pace, I'm not too surprised. But I thought I expected the likes of Alanis. Alanis, yeah, down there in P15. Really surprised about that.
Yeah, two favorites, Atlantis and Sam. That's crucial for them to be in a good starting position. But ARL Tripod up on the pole.
Yeah, Sam Steed honestly is in probably the worst position he could be in P10 because he's the slowest of the soft runners because people are probably going to start mediums unless people take a risk and do soft to hards or maybe do two stop. But in terms of the actual right strategy, he was one position off. So I don't know what's going to happen with Sam Steed today. It's going to be interesting.
Here is qualifying in the top 10. Tripod, Patriot, front row. Williams, lockout, second, third. Asian, Manny Mumu, qualifying top 4. Davis, KDX, Luke Beek, Riles, Rapalucas, and Sam Steed. But outside the top 10, you have Atlantis, Milo Gaming, Utah Elephant, Bama, Adam Fab. Big names there outside.
Yeah, it's maybe they're trying to use the media to their advantage. They will be on fresh rubber. We've seen last season there was people who did start on mediums did win, and I'm not going to mention my win in ABS yesterday, considering I did the exact. I started last and ended up winning. We're not going to talk about that much but it does play a factor that the mediums to hards is probably the best strategy because you just have more grip than the rest of the pack. You do run softs to hards, more tire wear on the hards when you do go on them, and yeah, it's just a much better strategy in general. But we'll see what people are going to do today.
Should be interesting. People writing up first. Last season though, I believe I want to say it was the mediums to hard strategy that won the race with Kagoda. I want to say that's what it was. But there could be the stops to hards. It could be the one stop that wins the race this time out.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what the like. We obviously have to look at the guys at the front, but also the guys in the midfield who will probably be starting on mediums. We will have a look on who's starting on the medium tires. As we look at the tires, um, everyone except for ZZ Boss Plays are on the medium, but Atlantis on the hards.
The hards. I know what he's doing. I know what he's doing. I know what he's doing. Exactly, I know what he's doing. But
Hards and
Hearts
softs.
to Softs. Hearts to Softs. Pluto did it in GSR. Baku won the race from it. I know what he's doing. He's gonna have to bet on a late race safety car. He's gonna have to. That's what he's gonna have to bet on. And if he's put in a position where he is like that, good for him because he's gonna get himself in a position to win. But here is my favorites for me. Well, here you go. I'm gonna go with Atlantis back in 15th. You see the strategy right here, mediums to hard, softs, hard, should be very interesting. A one stop, two stop, what do people choose? Atlantis though, starting on the hards, back in 15th, he took his best ever result. He tied it last season in this race. A season ago, he took a 4th place finish just behind you, Polo God, and he was 9th sitting on the last safety car restart. He gained positions out of it and did very well with it. How can he play according to this time on the tires? Now up in the pole position, I'm going to go with ARL Tripod. Think about this. He could be the first person to win back-to-back races. If I'm correct, since, like, Boker, I think? I don't remember. No, since Davis, since USA, Mexico. But, first person in Tier 2 to do it in probably a long while. I think since Kagoda did it in Italy and Britain. Tripod could win 2 races in a row. He could win Brazil, the last race of the last season, which was 49 days ago. And, now, Tripod could win this race today, which he's improved in F1 2020, so his pace has got better. We should see how it turns out. Paulo, 2 favorites from you.
Right, I'm gonna go through quick. This might be a bit of an oddball pick, but considering the position he's in compared to the soft runners, it's gonna be GSR Hamilton. On those medium tires, the quick, obviously the first of the medium runners, could he take advantage of the ultimate strategy and maybe get a good result? My other favorite, let's go with Utah Elephant. He had a good, I know, oh god, I'm gonna curse him there, but he had a really good result last season in Bahrain and he was on the medium tires. So hopefully he can
Yikes!
good result.
This should be good. 20 drivers lining up for the grid for the first Tier 2 race of the season. Lights about to go out pretty soon here in Bahrain for the first time this season in Tier 2. Just waiting on the lights. Those lights kind of delayed, you know. Yeah.
good. Oh, lights come on.
Well, here we go.
Five red lights.
Red lights upon us here in Bahrain for the first Tier 2 race of the
And
season. It's lights out!
Go.
Away we go. And now Tripod off the front row. Start Patriot side by side with his teammate. That is Asian. Now into turn 1 for the first time in this race. Tripod keeping the lead. They're 2 wide at the back. 2 wide between the two teammates. Between Patriot, Asian. 3 wide as well. The Mercedes moving his way in there. That's Luke B. And keeping it clean so far at the back. No crashes so far. We've kept the chaos that we usually have at Bahrain very clean so far. Patriot gets ahead of Asian. Asian lets him go. KDX and Luke B, the two teammates that actually touch. There goes Luke B into a spin.
Asian. I think it was Riles.
That's Sam Steed down the order.
And Sam Steed. Riles Luke B. Sam Steed just binned it into the wall. What happened there?
Patriot has spun as well. Patriot has spun out of turn 7, and that's damage to his front wing.
Oh my goodness! What 4 cars in trouble at the start of this Bahrain Grand Prix. Tripod leading the way, 1 second clear of Asian. And that's gonna really help the people who had really good starts. GSR Hamilton had an incredible start.
Oh, you cut out there. You cut out there, Pillow. Anyways, he's a second ahead. Rappalucas Callum also. There you go. Rappalucas Callum trading positions as well. And the two teammates, Rappalucas and Riles, actually trying to defend from each other. Rappalucas trying to defend from him. Riles to the outside now. This is for position 12th. The Red Bull teammates. Tripod leading the first lap, and now Tripod has also no, that's a glitch. Never mind. That's also a glitch they're using. There's position trading. But pitting Luke B, who had damage. Sam Steed as well. Sam Steed, this really affects his race. And oh, Riles hits Callum around at turn 1.
What is start?
Utah or Bama picking up damage.
This has been one of the strangest starts I've ever seen to a race. A lot of contact, a lot of weird racing. Luke B's gone on the hards. Is he trying to just put hards to a soft? He's probably going to do hards to soft like Alanis is doing, but at the back end of the grid.
Rappalucas, this is for 16th place at the very back. Rappalucas hits the back of Milo. Rappalucas spins Milo out.
Oh my goodness.
Hopefully the running order gets changed, and yes it did. It just got updated and changed the correct running positions now since we had that glitch. But there's a train here. Oh, whoa, there's a spin at the back. Yellow flag somewhere. Don't know where that is, but there's a car going up the hill.
Alabama.
It's Bama. Losing front wing.
What a crazy start! A lot of collisions, a lot of pretty questionable racing, but
Manny Mumu hitting the back of KDX, picking up damage, and he's losing traction off the corner as well. He gets passed by ZZ Boss Plays as well, who's gained a ton of positions off the start, about 8 positions as he goes down the inside of KDX as well for position. Goes through, but KDX fighting back. Wow, what a crazy start, and there's a safety car. It's probably for all the debris in the track. And Bama at the end of the pits getting glitched there, yep. So Patriot, who pitting onto the hards, Patriot having to avoid the safety car here, who's just came out. Patriot pitted onto hards, Luke B pitted onto hards. They had damage, they had issues. Patriot had issues in lap 1, lap 2, around there. Luke B, Sam as well, so this puts them back in a position. But what does this do for the front guys who are on softs? Do they maybe pick a pit stop? What do they do? This should be very interesting. The safety car's out.
Yeah, if this is me right now, I would probably pit for mediums and try and do a 2-stop. It's pretty much a free pit stop at this point. The medium runners are going to be in a bad position if another safety car does come out. What's Tripod going to do? Is he going to pit or is he going to stay out? He stays out. Asian pits. What does Davis do? Davis also pits. KDX also pits. Same with the CZ Boss Plays, but Hamilton stays out. F1 boys stays out. All the medium runners staying out. So I think what this could be a pretty poor strategy call from ARL Tripod. I don't know, but it all depends on will the software oh Bama got the speeding penalty for speeding on the safety car.
Drive through.
That's
Yeah. That's
deja
the
vu.
second season consecutively. Yeah, second season consecutively that he's had that.
I mean, it's in less dramatic circumstances, but still. What a crazy position. Chungus gains 9, Alas gains 10, Utah gains 12, good start from him. But the likes and Callum's... has Callum put in? No, he hasn't. I think he has damage. No,
Make
he
sure you get
doesn't.
Manny Mumu back in the session, actually, because he's lagged out.
Yeah, will do.
Yeah, the Milo incident, I can agree, was probably all Papa Lucas's fault. I think that'll probably take up Manny Mumu's message to in the ARL Streams account, so, yeah.
Invite selected people. There we go.
I've already seen a ticket open for lap 1, so you know the lap 1 chaos was interesting. Sector 1, they kept it very clean until the very end of Sector 1. Then Sector 2 came on, and yeah, you know how that.
Yeah, that was a crazy start. But, yeah.
Should get good here. Safety car kind of calming down the racing. This should be interesting. Alfa Romeo driver leading the race of ARL Tripod. The last time Alfa Romeo won a Tier 2 race, I'm going to check back at that because I don't want to guess off my head. The last time an Alfa Romeo driver won a Tier 2 race was not last season. It was, well, Alfa Romeo driver driving for that team. If I'm correct, was back when Hellcat was a reserve in USA, the second ever race at Tier 2. Drive through for Milo!
That just adds to his woes. And he's gonna have to serve it after the safety car comes in.
Wow.
But it's gonna be interesting what Tripod does when the safety car comes in. Because is he going to try and stop the hard? I think he could, and I think it is going to be possible considering he's going to save his tires on the safety car. And he's probably going to try and tire save. He is on the wheel, and tire saving is universally known to be better on wheel. So hopefully, Tripod could make this strategy work. It's going to be interesting to see because people have got the soft runners are being more aggressive while Tripod's trying to conserve and do the one stop. So interesting strategy see today.
Definitely a lot of things being interesting in this race. I mean, we already had the chaos we had in lap 1. People like Sam having trouble, Milo having trouble defending podium sitter from this race. Luke B had trouble with his teammate. Alabama Outlaw had issues. Patriot had issues. Many drivers with big names have had issues. And this has also promoted F1 Boy up to 3rd. Hamilton up there, Big Chungus. Atlantis, who's of course going to stay out, and everyone who's yet to pit is all in that top 8. So, safety car comes in this time, or should at least, from what I'm assuming.
Well, I didn't say that on the screen.
It was glitched yesterday in GSR in Tier 4 when that happened. Trying to pull away. Nah, it's gonna come in next time. I'm stupid, ignore me. Yeah, so Patriot spinning out of the S's. Luke B, KDX, the 2 teammates collided, so a lot of things gonna happen after this race.
Yeah. Some controversial moments just in the first 3 laps alone. Yeah.
So Tripod's going to lead the safety car restart, Patriot just needing to catch up. So Sam Steed, one of the favorites to Tier 2, down in 19th. Another favorite as well, Atlantis up to 5th, yet to pit. Tripod as well, up to 1st, another favorite from the different seasons. So positions gained 12 for Utalf and Adam Fav, 11 for F1 Boy. Remember, they've yet to pit, so keep that in mind.
Oh, keep this in mind as well. This could be interesting. Sam Steed is on the hards. Is he gonna try what I did in Italy last season? Is he trying, or what Kagona and Milo did in Tier 2?
Contact at the back.
Oh. Rapalucas has gotten a 5-second penalty for hitting Milo. But
That's the second time they've hit this race. That's the second time they've hit this race, so wow.
But anyways, yeah, Sam Steed on the cards. Will they make it to the end? It's Bunker took part in last season. It's unlikely, but he could try. Actually, me could go to Milo did it in Italy last season and it worked wonders. So it's gonna be interesting.
Safety car in the slab. All queuing up, all gonna restart here. With about 3 laps to go. Tripod leading the safety car restart. We saw last season the safety car restarts how chaotic they got. We can see it again. Tripod on the gas, overtake button engaged at the line. Here we go. Green flag back in the air, but the safety car is making him let off. Davis at the line. Is he going to make it side by side into turn 1? Davis with overtake, slipstream engaged. Now to the outside. He's too wide for the race lead. Wheel to wheel into turn 1. Davis Tripod overshoots the corner, but Davis trying to get that. Hamilton trying to get it's Hamilton trying to get the traction off the corner. My God, I'm blind. That's something Crofty would make a mistake for. But now, Matty Mumu, I did the same thing again. Atlantis down the inside of F1 Boy. And Utalfin as well. Going down the inside of him. Utal diving on Atlantis. That was a bit close between them two.
Yeah, no, it's all about Tripod trying to get pulled away. F1 great move on Adam Fab. Up in the P6. Here's gonna be interesting. What's gonna be interesting? The guys who've made one stop, that first stop already, they need to try and tear apart the people who haven't made a stop yet, because they could be stuck behind the guys who haven't made a stop yet, and that will give Tripod a lot of time to pull away. Because I'm pretty sure Tripod is now 1 second clear. No, he's a 10th. It says he's a 10th off Hamilton, but that's definitely a much larger gap.
You'll hear that a lot this season.
You just need to check. It'll probably refresh and say Tripod crosses the line. The gap is 1.3 seconds. Tripod could be in a really good chance if he gets the pit
Big
stop
Chungus.
right. Big Chungus.
To the outside of Hamilton. Couldn't get the move done right there. Behind that, Adam Fab and F1 Boy, they're going wheel to wheel. The AlphaTauri and the Ferrari. The Ferrari goes ahead of Adam Fab. Utalfin and Atlantis, they were trading positions for a moment as well. They were trying to at least. Hamilton running that left side curb, close to a penalty though, because last season I saw someone get forced onto there. I don't know if it was Hamilton, but someone got forced onto that curb and they took a penalty from it. Matty Mumu Riles, they trade positions as well throughout the field. Second lead, almost a 2-second lead for that, for Tripod after the safety car restart. There's a Ferrari at the back though, going wide out of turn 10. That's F1 Boy. Just assuming he would pick up a warning for that, or at least a penalty, but he hasn't from that turn 10 right there. But cars are already stuck in a train. Cars are already following one another because some people can't get by one another. But the crucial part of this is Asian has got ahead there of Davis and them. So what Asian, Davis, and everyone who gone onto the mediums is doing, they're trying for a possible 2-stop, which is possible to do. You're going to need another safety car with that one, possibly, though. That's the only difference with that. So now Asian dives down the inside of F1 Boy. That's at the final corner. Almost touch, they do.
He's gonna pass F1 Boy. This is crucial that Asian cuts through the field and gets past these guys, because if he stays behind the line, he's going to get held up, and that's going to give Tripod a massive advantage. As Big Chungus and Hamilton are squabbling, Hamilton stays ahead, but Big Chungus' DRS, he's going to try and go for the move into turn 4. No, he backs out.
F1 Boy though and Asian, they go wheel to wheel. With those two, F1 Boy locking up almost into the side of Asian. They keep a wheel to wheel off the turn 4. Now F1 Boy looking to go ahead in the S's, but Asian around the outside. F1 Boy is going to do a spin
he's
into the barrier.
Oh, that looked like a racing incident to me. It's really actual side by side too, and that's a VSC Floyd. That could really tripod if that VSC stays out long enough.
It's gonna be interesting because I think the guys who go on softs mediums, are they looking to go just softs mediums here? I'm curious because that's probably what's going to be preferred. How long are they willing to take those mediums? That's my big question. Tripod under the VSC, does he decide to pit or not? Let's see.
By the way, he's going on the gas. I think. Hang on. We'll have to see. Is he gonna pit or is he gonna stay out? He's pitting.
Pit. This is interesting. We get back Green, Hamilton. Gonna take the lead here. This is the first. Well, if he does, well, Big Chungus goes by, but if Hamilton does score points today, this would be the first time he scores points since his Germany win last season when he beat Kagota. That was the last time GSR Hamilton had scored a point, and now you can see how much traction he's losing because he's getting caught out by Atlantis here. This is for P2. Atlantis overtaking Gage. He's gonna maybe try to make a move. Atlantis is. He's gonna go down the inside of Hamilton.
Side by side. Is Hamilton gonna? Oh, bit of contact.
Wheel banging between the two. Now Callum and Davis trading positions. Callum goes ahead of Davis. Davis getting caught out there, and KDX trying to take advantage of him. Davis losing the rear tires there, losing the rear of the car.
Pretty sure Callum got spun on like lap 3. I'm not sure did he get spun or what, but he's actually kind of recovered a little bit. So hopefully he could capitalize on staying on the mediums and hopefully get a good result for Alfa Romeo. Not gonna be biased. Big Chungus, obviously the lead medium runner. He has every chance in the world if he pulls up the rights. If he pushes on those medium and gets a good gap, he could be on for a really good result. Maybe possibly a podium if the people who are tripod maybe struggle and yeah.
1.2 seconds between the race lead between Big Chungus Hamilton, but now Atlantis is gaining with that overtake button enabled. Now he goes down the inside of Hamilton before turn 1. He's gonna get through, and Atlantis ahead, but now diving down the inside, Utalfin is on Hamilton. Wheel to wheel, he can't get ahead. Utalfin can't.
Remember, these two have had controversy in Bahrain last season just to get this section here. So it's gonna see what's gonna happen between those two because they have a history around this track.
Callum and Fab, they just go on wheel to wheel. They're wheel to wheel still in the S's. They're trying to make it work. There's yellow flag. That's Big Chungus spun from the lead.
Oh, that's a massive bottle jump.
And rearing the racetrack into Matty Mumu's side pod, and that might have caused damage to his left side of his front wing.
It doesn't look like. No, he doesn't have damage, but that is a massive bottle jump moment. That he had a massive chance of contending for a podium, but now that's all ruined, and now Atlantis is in the lead. This is really gonna help Atlantis. He's gonna be in clean air if Hamilton doesn't attack, because Hamilton is struggling. All the moves. Asian, I think, is going to go for a move. Oh, a very small gap. Oh, is that
the end of that? Just mentioning the beginning of that, but yeah, that is damage for Asian. That's to his left side front wing. That front wing is almost completely left side is almost completely off for Asian. And now he's going to try to attack Utalf. And again, there's another yellow flag at the back. That's a Red Bull. That is Rapalucas.
His race has gone from bad to worse. 5-second time penalty, and now with now spun. He doesn't have damage, but he definitely spun.
Yeah, so Asian picking up the front wing. What was that from? You saw an onboard of that? What happened there?
It was Asian just what? By the look of things, Asian was trying to attack Utah off track, I don't
Oh,
know what...
hold up. Davis and Callum just made contact. Callum ran us the racetrack, and Davis has got a little bit
Oh,
sideways
and
there.
Callum
And Matty
scored
Mumu going off the
9
racetrack.
off.
Yeah.
True.
Wow. Go ahead again. Wait, hold up. Down the inside, Easy Boss plays. Diving it down at turn 10 at the back.
Anyways, it was Asian trying to go from off track on Dolphin. It was a pretty silly move from Asian, but it looked like then you saw him turn it in on. I don't know what's gonna happen with that. It's a bit of a weird one, that one.
Yeah, 2-2's the year, 2 for 2 3. We never know. I don't know. But the good part is that they both just recover if that's the case with Indians. So now it is Callum pitting, Asian pitting as well. Asian with that damage. And the pit strategy is open for the guys who are wanting to go to the hards. The one-stop strategy. The guys, pit window is open, but Patriot dives down the inside as Easy Boss plays. That position's gained for him, but he's not completely clear of him yet. Boss plays coming back at it, and Luke Beast picked up a penalty, and now Atlantis got passed by GSR Hamilton for the race lead.
Oh, that's not gonna help him at all. Hamilton's now gonna try and push. Well, even seeing ZRS pretty well. Wait, Atlantis is spawned!
Oh, Atlantis is spun!
Does he have... Oh, he's
Wow.
re-entering the racetrack pretty dangerously there. He could escape.
Just let his teammate go.
Yeah, let his teammate
Riles
go.
under the back of him.
And he has damage.
Big Chungus on Boss plays as well. This is for the 9th position. They're trading positions. They're real banging action right now. Boss plays getting ahead. But Big Chungus is trying to come back at it. He hits him. They make contact. They both go around.
Oh my...
Yeah, Fatari. Same seat again is spun.
That could
He's
cause
got
a safety
collected.
car. Hamilton's staying out.
Riles and Atlantis though. Wheel banging again. Atlantis is damaged. What is happening to all these guys who are contending and who are the favorites of this season now?
Yeah, really helping Tripod. He's now up into 9th and in clean air, 2.6 behind Luke B, who has to pit again. All these guys... Wait, no, does Luke B have to pit again? I mean, when did he pit?
Lap 3.
Lap 3. I think he has to make another stop. I think he has to pit. I think he's gonna go for the stop.
So now because of what happened to Atlantis though, the gap between the race lead is about 5.9 seconds. Hamilton stays out, Atlantis stays out. Those are the only two yet to pit in this race. Big Chungus actually picks up a penalty. There you go. That could be changing his finishing position right there with that penalty. And that wreck up the hill, Kagoda just said, how did Luke avoid that? Yeah, that, there was a wreck in front of him, and he had to be probably, no other way to put it, but shitting your pants, basically. That's with that whole situation.
Hamilton now coming into the pits. Is anyone going to follow him? Atlantis
I
follows
don't
him
think
into
so,
the
no
pits.
Atlantis is. Yeah, so Atlantis is going to go hards, mediums, I'm thinking.
Yeah. That puts Tripod up into 7th. Hamilton, where's he gonna come out? He's come out in 11th. Behind these two squad, like Rapper Lucas and Easy Boss plays. Rapper Lucas is holding up Hamilton. He's forcing him a bit off track. Hamilton gets a penalty for that. That could probably get. That could probably get removed.
Again, deja vu of last season for Hamilton. He got forced off there by Adam Fav last season. With a bit of contact, now it's Rappa Lucas. Another Red Bull, forcing him off that time. So, bit of deja vu of last season. Just a bit.
Yeah, that's not going to help him that much, because considering now He's gonna be, because his main concern in this race now is tribal, because he can't pit another time.
Hamilton trying to gain at Boss Place as well. Hamilton, you saw that closing rate between him and Boss Place. Boss Place and the Hards. That closing rate was pretty big between him and Hamilton. So up the hill. Yeah, Hamilton has to stick behind him. There's no way he can make a move right there.
Oh, Boss Place gets the penalty for that. He's gonna have to go up for the move into turn 1, unless Boss Plays uses overtake and tries to defend.
Already halfway into this race, toward the end. You know, we're getting toward the end of the race, so Utalfin picking up the fastest lap. That's going to be interesting. He's going to make a move on Rapalucas this time. He's going to go to the outside, punch the back of him a little bit.
Hamilton gets the move done. Yeah, he gets the move done on a Boss Play 9.
Oh! Utalfin just punted Rapalucas up. A bit of contact with them.
And, Rapalucas having another,
Elimination, though. Nation picking up the damage.
Oh, Callum!
He's going to hit Callum.
Sideways.
Gaming, Bama Outlaw, they stay close. They've had kind of history at this racetrack. Back in the JSC GSR event, heading into turn 10, Bama kind of avoids them this time. But now for that race lead, that gap for the current race lead, KDX, Matty Mumu, Davis, Patriot, all kind of within a second of each other. And all on those mediums, and Rouse as well. They're going to go for the 2-stop. They might be pitting for mediums here in about a few laps, so that pit window might be open pretty soon for them.
Yeah, probably on lap 18. Or maybe they're gonna go for slots maybe. As Patriot actually pits, he's probably gonna go for medium. Same with I think it was Riles. Yeah, Riles. Is Luke B trying to go to the end on these starts? I mean, it's gonna be really close, and I don't know if he can pull it off.
Gonna have to bet on a late race safety car. Utalfin on ZZ Boss Plays. He's gonna dive down the inside of him at turn 1. Utalfin goes through ZZ Boss Plays, trying to switch back. Utalfin's actually gonna get the DRS here, but ZZ Boss Plays could not switch back that time in Atlantis. Fastest lap for him in the mediums, a bit of a struggle for him on his birthday weekend, so that's not good for him. Patriot just traded positions. Patriot and Callum going wheel to wheel just before the SSS is turn 5 here. Bit of contact between the two.
Is Callum going to fight back? Yes, he is, but he kind of goes sideways. Bit of an audacious move, but then Patriot did kind of turn in, but yeah.
All I gotta say is, before next week at China, Tier 2 and whatever tier it is needs to fix their stuff, because you can tell the racing is not so clean. But coming into the pits, Matty Mumu and KDX. Matty Mumu fakes him there. Gotta get the slipstream off KDX. That could have been a bad collision. That could have even caused a safety car if they collided. But
Luke
Tripod
in the pits,
as Luke B in speeds. Wow.
Yeah, that looked like quick speed. Tripod moves in a second. And Matty Mumu has to pit again, so Tripod in the net race lead. Hamilton and Sam Steed. Hamilton gets by Sam Steed. Is Sam Steed gonna fight back? He is on those hards. I think he's going to the end as well. As Hamilton, they're squabbling. Hamilton is 8 seconds behind Tripod. So as their contact between Hamilton and Sam Steed. It's not going to help Sam Steed that much. Sam Steed has to pit actually, because he's on 13 lap old. Hards. He pitted on like lap 5, so he's going to have to pit again.
Midfield, there was a fight. Asian's going to go into a wall.
Ooh, is that going to cause a safety car?
Don't think so, but you never know. So just one safety car we had at the beginning of the race is the PSC. It's all we've had so far. So Them Outlaw close to boss plays. There's that 3-card train for 9th, 10th, 11th, and there's also that midfield battle 12th, 13th, 14th as well down there. So Matty Mumu does lead this race. Yeah, he's maybe going to go softs the end. Yep. I'm thinking that's what he's doing.
It's a risky play, but he could come out around the yellow flag in sector 2 and /3. I think it's an AlphaTauri.
It's Rapalucas.
And it's Rapalucas again. He spun again. Isn't that like the fifth?
Asia's gone off track again, and there's a collision. Mylar, Big Chungus, and Asian. That's a safety car. Asian and Big Chungus collide up the hill, and deja vu to a late safety car within the last 10 laps of last season. And Atlantis speeds in the pit lane.
This is gonna really help Matty Mumu because he has a free pit stop now.
Wow.
Matty Mumu could be in contention to win this race now, and it's gonna help Hamilton. Although he does have a 3-second time penalty. He has 2 penalties actually. Tripod is nothing. So actually, never mind. Sam Steed has 2 warnings. Utah has 2 warnings. He has 1 for collision. As boss plays as a penalty. Bama has he said the driver 2 warnings. KDX 1 warning. Adam Fav nothing. Patriot a warnings, and Matty Mumu has nothing.
All I gotta say though is I think tier 2, like, it's becoming tier 3 last season of incidents, and this reminds me of tier 1 Bahrain last season where there was 14 incidents on the ticket list. This is gonna be a busy sorting after the race, and yeah, I think people need to fix their driving before China, or else bigger penalties will be handed out. That's the way I look at it, and that's the only fair way to put it. Tripod, does he decide to pit or not? Though for softs he does, so this does give Matty Mumu a free pit stop.
Interesting strategy. Is Hamilton gonna do that as well? Obama gets a penalty. Yeah, Hamilton's gonna follow, I think. Yeah, he is.
Yeah, they're all pitting for softs. Matty Mumu for softs, that's interesting. Those might be able to make it to the end. It's gonna be close with the tire wear, but they should be able to make it to the end. And everyone in that top 7 pits, KDX stays out in the mediums. He's trying to gain positions off of this. He's gonna maybe get second here, and he does.
Yeah. It's gonna be Patriot up to 4. He's on a 3 stop, and he's in 4th. That's really impressive for him. He had 4 starts to the race. Davis up in 5th, Royals up in 6th, Luke B 7th, Hamilton down in 8th. I think it's gonna be down to Matty Mumu versus Tripod, or maybe KDX if he has better paces. Asian has left. Oh yeah, he's retired. He was the only retirement so far this race.
Yeah, and that last season of Bahrain, we had about a total of about 6 or so retirements, so better than last season, I can say that. But not necessarily with the driving.
Yeah, the driving's been a bit questionable, to put it nicely.
Some of you guys say it's fun to watch. It's not really fun to watch, in my opinion. It's not fun to watch when people drive, especially as a league owner, but it's not fun to watch the stupidity. Mumu, no penalties. KDX has the warnings. He's got ARL Tripod, kept it clean. Patriot, just the 1 warning from lap 1, maybe for contact. Davis, he's kept it clean as well. Riles has got a penalty. Riles usually keeps it clean with penalties. Luke B has got a penalty, 5 seconds for speeding. Hamilton has got 2 penalties. Sam Steed with 3 warnings, probably 1 for collision. And Utah Elephant 3 warnings, 1 for collision most likely. Atlantis, I'm going to check him. 5-second penalty for speeding, that's his only 1. And yeah, there you go.
Yeah, but it's like 9 laps to go.
I'm going to respond to that comment from Cobra. From a league owner's point of view, it's not the best race. It's the more chaotic race. I wouldn't say it would be the best race, but obviously full of chaos, fine, but you know, Italy tier 3 was bad. It was sorting last season. Adam Fav's got a penalty for colliding with Milo. Australia tier 1 was great because it was chaotic and this and that, but really it was more dirty than anything last season. There was about 15 penalties submitted or something, whatever it was. And you say this is why we watch tier 2 and 3. I mean, yes and no. Yes, the drama's good and stuff like that. It's well, you say it's funny, but I say the drama is good to see. You like to see drama in racing. You're always going to have that. You're always going to have chaos. when there's consecutive dirty races, when there's just dirty races the whole time. I mean, in Tier 3, we had about 11 tickets submitted after the race. That shouldn't be happening. You had as well, yeah, I mean, Tier 2, Tier 3 better, but no, Tier 2, Tier 3 is better with chaos, but I would rather see a race where it's clean and chaotic. I'd rather see a race where, and I say clean and chaotic for a reason. I say chaotic for, like, the guys spinning out by themselves like Atlantis, Patriot, all those guys, but I'd rather see a race where it's like that, but clean in the end, not like drivers colliding the whole time. We saw Rapid Lucas collide with Milo, Dacian, Big Chungus, there's others as well that collided, the two teammates, KDX and Luke. I mean, we're probably going to have about 100 ticket submissions after the race, but yeah, Racing Point is vibing, I see that. But, no, I don't really like the time where, Tier 1 is going to be worse. You could say that, considering how close the field is. I mean, once the field gets closer, it does get worse. Bama, 5-second penalty again. But you could say it is worse, with that type of stuff. You could say that, but, again, I'd rather see a race that's clean and interesting to watch, not a race that's dirty and interesting to watch. I'd rather have a race that's clean and interesting to watch. Safety car in this lap, but you saw as well Brazil last season, Tier 1 was very clean, barely any incidents, but it was a boring race. You don't want to see a clean and boring race. You want to see a clean and good race. Anyways, safety car restart this time. Gonna restart with about 8 laps to go. Matty Mumu leads the race. KDX behind. ARL tripod on those softs. And KDX is trying to get next to Matty Mumu here. They're trying to go back and forth. They're trying to go for the race lead. Matty Mumu is on the gas now. He's gonna green. And Matty Mumu leads the restart. KDX trying to go side by side into turn 1, before turn 1 actually, behind that Patriot trying to make a move before the race lead. KDX side by side with Matty Mumu. He goes through,
Takes
he gets the race lead. Patriot on tripod though. Patriot has the overtake button enabled. He's trying on tripod. He's down the inside before turn 4. They're going wheel to wheel. Patriot is going to go ahead for now, but out of the corner and into the corner. Patriot, tripod. It's tripod ahead for now, but Patriot trying to charge back at it into turn 5. Hits tripod's rear. Cal got a 3-second time penalty as well.
Now tripod's gonna have to try and catch up to KDX Fryer and
oh, wing damage! There goes Luke B!
And that's him around, and he needs to get back onto the circuit in the right way, but not. And he's retired. He should have retired on track, but safety car came in, so I don't know. We let it slide out.
This is for position. This is for second. This is really between the soft guys for that race lead, and he does back out. Tripod does probably the smarter move to do.
We saw with Big Chungus and Asian. He could be going up side by side there, or else there's gonna be a mad collision. So it's smarter to do that. Now, if Matty Mumu is going to try and make a move on KDX Prix, he has to slipstream, he has to overtake button. No DRS enabled yet, as it's enabled next lap. KDX
the outside.
Defense to the inside. Matty Mumu to the outside. Is he going to try and get the inside line heading into turn 2? He is, but KDX Prix stays ahead. He gets a better exit heading into turn 4.
Tripod also trying a Matty Mumu as well. He's trying to dive down the inside. He's also trying to dive down the inside of the race leader. Can't do so. It's Tripod actually ahead of Matty Mumu. KDX defending, keeping the race lead in Hamilton as well on those softs. Trying to gain positions behind at the back. You saw a few cars trading positions. Big Chungus F1 by Milo. All trading positions here. Milo almost going to get passed by F1 boy. Can't get past there. Tripod for the race lead now.
He's gonna
into turn 11, can't do so.
He's gonna back out. He's probably gonna go for a move on the straight. The X-Briar gets a bad exit, but is Tripod gonna go for the move? He's gonna back out again. No, he's actually gonna go for the move. There's a bit of contact, but if the Tripod gets the move done.
On the outside, Tripod goes, takes the race lead ahead of KDX, but Matty Mumu is there to challenge KDX now, and misses into the last corner. Matty Mumu, is he desperate to make a move? No, he's just going to wait to the front straight. Now, KDX is going to have DRS this time on the front straight, but will Matty Mumu be able to challenge before that? Matty Mumu, overtake button engage, he's going to go on him, and now there's yellow flag at the back.
That's a Lance again. He's down to 15, 16, and he has to pit. And that's
KDX down the inside of Matty Mumu, hops over the curb!
we can't contact. Oh, both of them have gone off.
Into the gravel.
And now here comes Hamilton, out of nowhere. He's gonna go down the inside.
Down the inside now. He's gonna go through. He's gonna get
and
ahead.
He gets the
but
move.
Matty Mumu tries to switch back. It's the 3 soft runners. 1, 2, 3. And now Patriot was trying to go side by side with KDX. Patriot hits the back of KDX.
This is put a tripod in a race-winning position. Now, Matty Mumu is gonna start attacking Hamilton, which will give Tripod more time to push and just pull away from these guys. That's at 2.2 seconds.
Yeah, 2.3 now between them. Matty Mumu trying to get into Hamilton. This is for a podium. Hamilton hasn't had a podium, hasn't had a single point since his last win back in Germany.
He kind of goes on the curb. He almost loses it, but Matty Mumu needs to get this move done on Hamilton if he but Hamilton has 6 seconds of penalties. Remember that. Technically, Matty Mumu is in P2, KDX is in P. Hamilton is more being a hazard. Wait, he could no. Tripod sets the
Where
fastest
he sits,
lap.
though, compared to penalties, though, where he sits in migrating post.
He just said you left. Hang on.
You're gonna have to reinvite me.
Will do.
Don't know what's going on.
Invite the game. Come on, Polo, get this done quick.
It says the race is finished for me.
What?
What's happened?
Oh no.
It shows the race is finished. Oh, do we have a glitch?
It's still going for me.
Yeah. I'm
invite party
glitched, I
game.
guess. Do that? What the hell?
25 of 29. Still going. No checker flag if
yeah. What?
What is going?
That's all I gotta
Come on,
say.
Masters, fix your game, please. So, oh, yellow flag. Bama, I think. Oh, Bama has left the session. Okay, I'm gonna invite him.
Commentary? Can we do that? Can we do that? I guess.
Oh yeah, you're back. You're back. Okay.
Yeah, but radio commentary, I'm gonna need it for the next 20 seconds. So.
Yeah, Bama has left the session. Utah Elephant picks up a penalty. He's down in P10. Hamilton, the gap to him and Tripod is 3.2 now. Matty Mumu is 7 tenths behind Hamilton. Again, with that penalty, that's not really going to help Hamilton.
Oh, come on, give me a decision. Anyways, you'll see the gaps kind of form in just a second. You'll see the gaps get back together. But there's that battle for fourth as well between KDX Patriot. But really, Hamilton, where he would be right now, I can't. The gaps aren't showing up for me. You'll get them in a second, but where would Hamilton be? Polo, I almost called you Kagoda. Where would Hamilton be if it weren't for well, if it was for 6 seconds? Where would he be right now? Finishing.
I think he, if no one else got penalties, he loses the back end a little bit. If it's 6 tenths, 2.6. That's 3. He'd be 5th if he had 3 seconds. 6 tenths is 1.2. That's 4.2. 4.6. 4.9. He'd actually be down in 10th if after this race. That's a huge blow. But if he pulls out a gap, but if he loses time to Matty Mumu and gets attacked by Matty Mumu, he could lose a lot more time. Although Big Chunk is down in 11. So not really, but
keep in mind, ARL track by leading this race. Alfa Romeo has some good history at this track with your podium last season, Polo God. Chevy Giant as well, with a win for him. And this is glitched again. Oh my god, this running order. It's glitched again. Oh my god.
Oh boy.
Patriot, I think, has he lagged out of the session? He's ghosted for me. Never mind. I
Patriot?
cannot even tell what's going on. Shows he's ghosted.
Patriot's fine for me.
That's on ghosting him. I don't even know. Anyways, Tripod leading the race. Hamilton behind that. Matty Mumu as well. What the hell? Now the running orders got fixed. I don't know. This running order's glitched now. Okay. Boss plays, picks up a penalty. It shows Tripod down at 17th. Clearly he's not, but Oh my god.
Co-masters need to fix their game. Honestly, this is a joke.
Rouse was leading for second, as Jack mentions, but yeah. Well, this is for the second position between Hamilton and Matty Mumu. They're trying to gain on each other. Well, they're trying to trade positions because Matty Mumu is trying for a second podium. He'd have back-to-back podiums if it stands this way as it is now. And Patriot follows that train behind him of KDX, Davis, all them.
Matty Mumu gonna go
Should
for
love it
Mumu.
for 2020.
Yeah, I can't wait for tier 1 tomorrow. Woo! We're probably gonna need more broken math.
Can't wait for that. Now, for this third position, Patriot just staying ahead of KDX. Behind that, the AlphaTauri was maybe looking to make a move. It was behind the Red Bull. That's Sam and Riles. They were looking to make a move. So, I don't know who's leading the race, man. I mean, I know Tripod's leading the race, but like I don't even know who's. Oh, there we go. There we go. Tripod last for the noob, yeah. Now he's got the 4-second lead though, but Sam Seed, ZZ Boss Plays. ZZ Boss Plays got the opportunity to drive for Sam last season. Oh, and that was at the last race, and he's gone a bit wide now. Utah Elephant taking over that position.
Utah Elephant, again, although not having the best races we anticipated, he's had a solid drive considering he started, I think, down in 18th. If I go to position change, he started, yeah, he did start in 18th and made a decent recovery. He was one of my, I know I always curse him when I put him as my favorite, but yeah, he did pretty well. Also, Hamilton is in P set too. I know he's going to drop down the order, but still, considering I put him as my favorite and I usually curse my favorites, good job from him.
Which he will for the last 90 seconds this race, so yeah.
Contact between Hamilton and Matty Mumu. Matty Mumu's going to try and go for the move. Is he going to go for it?
This is for second. Matty Mumu's hanging on the podium now. This could be back-to-back podiums for him. Matty Mumu dives down the inside on the final lap into turn 1. Does Hamilton switch back? No, he does not. Matty Mumu stays ahead into turn 1. Matty Mumu's going to look to take second, though, out of this whole thing. Now let's check penalties quickly. ARL Tripod, very clean with penalties. No warnings. Matty Mumu has nothing. Hamilton does have 2 penalties, in fact. Patriot has nothing.
I think Hamilton will be a bit higher than most of us think. I think he might be around P8, P7, because he could lose gain a bit of time from being ahead of Matty Mumu. But he's now losing a lot of time now. He's now 1.1 seconds behind him. I think those stops are kind of dying for him. But you know, ARL's Tripod.
Yeah, leading the race. I mean, it's going to be back-to-back wins, it looks like, for him. But just watching up the hill, Hamilton, Matty, they keep it clean. And behind that as well, Utah and Boss Plays, they all battle for positions. They're all trying to duke it out. ARL Tripod comes in the following corner. It's going to be back-to-back wins for him. Brazil last season, he spun and won. This time he's going to win it in Bahrain. It's to start out the season. It's back-to-back wins for him. Now coming to the line, Matty Mumu takes a podium, and that's a timing glitch for sure. I know that.
Yeah, that's
sure.
a timing glitch.
That's a timing glitch. So it's gonna be Matty Mumu, Patriot on the podium, and Hamilton is gonna be down in 5th. It looks like.
Okay, this is a big glitch. Oh no, I don't even know who came where. This
Rounding out the last points position. That's gonna be ZZ Boss Plays though.
Utah finishing in 8th. Hamilton finishing 4th.
That's going to be 9th. And that'll be 5th for Hamilton. So this puts Patriot onto the podium. Patriot on the podium.
So it's Matty Mumu, Patriot, and Tripod?
Tripod, Matty Mumu, Patriot.
Yeah.
Looks like.
Who gets driver today from the game? Oh, Utah Elephant.
Something we don't care about.
The dead driver of the day. Alfa Romeo wins. Woo!
Yes, lads.
Yes, lads. Let's go. Let's go.
I'm on the boys. I didn't make a single overtake on track that race. Holy.
Podium for you, Patriot. Yeah.
PNB was swearing on stream, so it's fine.
Getting banned.
Well, especially with me lagging out of the game. Why? Come on, like, oh, ARL seriously. Yeah.
I had
Not
to
the
do radio
first time that's happened. I'll tell you that right now.
I had to do radio commentary.
Yeah, that's not the first time that's happened. But final results: Tripod, Matty Mamu, Patriot, Davis just short of a podium, and then Hamilton, KDX 6th, Sam Seed in his first tier 2 race 7th, Riles returning to the points again, but Hamilton, it's his first points finish since Germany last season. Utah Elephant down in 9th. ZZ Boss plays running out the final point.
What happened with
Oh my god,
Maddie?
this game is so broken.
What
Yeah,
happened
this
with
is
Maddie?
timing glitch.
Timing glitch.
Timing glitch.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, wasn't he on?
I
Fun.
knew exactly that was gonna happen when I saw that stuff. Wait, so if Matty Mumu, you might have had the glitch. Harrison had a hungry. I think Sino Pen, so you on the podium, so Matty Mumu could. Yeah, but there could be, of course, streams. I mean, people were behind it. People know, so it's not like whatchamacallit. Yeah. Anyway. Podium finishers now. Tripod, may as well start with you. I think Matty Mumu just messaged me invite. That was a while ago. That's probably why the timing glitch was a thing. But Tripod. Include your audio. Race win for you. That's back wins for you. Bahrain and Brazil. What a way to start off the season.
Yeah, I couldn't be happier with that. I just drove my race. Had F1 drivers to help me with like the strategy throughout, and yeah, it's just consistent, no penalties, and yeah, just.
Yeah. Good job in the win. And did you think that safety car was going to come into play with your strategy at all? Did you think you were going to be able to? Well, any safety cars, because there was 2 of them. Did you think the safety cars would have affected you at all? Did you think they did, or no?
I mean, I expected a safety car, to sort of, but yeah, obviously I didn't know there'd be 2. I mean, yeah, we took a risk on the first safety car to stay on the soft, so I thought I had the pace, and it was 3 laps in. So yeah, I mean, F1 driver discussed it, and as you saw, I had the pace on the medium runners behind. And then second safety car, as soon as I knew that came out, I was definitely going soft. So I didn't expect it, but it paid off.
It's back-to-back wins, a way to start off the championship for you. How do you look into this season for the championship for yourself?
I mean, at the start when the time trials opened, as I was 14th, I was a bit obviously not expecting to be competitive, but I've worked hard at Bahrain, and I mean, I'm not consistent throughout every track, which is championship winning, but obviously I'll give it my best shot, and obviously I hope I can be up there and possibly fight for the championship, but obviously it's the first round, anything can happen.
Congratulations on the win, Polo. Do you have any questions for Tripod?
No, not really. Yeah, good. Congrats on the win, Tripod. Commanding drive.
There you go. Now, Matty Mumu, it's your best result, Matty. By the way, congrats on that before I go off. The whole timing glitch. This game is just, sorry for my language, but a pile of shit. We'll just go with that. We'll just end with that. But, of course, you lagging out of the session, it kind of causes that. And, you know, I'm not going to be too pleased with my email to Codemasters after this game, but, or after this race. But, you know, a podium for you. You fought for it very well. That safety car at the end did play in your hands very well. That just shows that safety cars do play into people's hands. And, you know, this stuff doesn't come that easy. Your thoughts on the race?
Well, at the start, my ERS was stuck in overtake for the first like 4 laps until the first safety car, so I decided to leave the lobby, and that helped. It fixed it. Yeah, then the safety car also helped, so it was just lucky, I think, to describe that.
Now, that's back-to-back podiums from you from Brazil. You got your podium there off of penalties last time out. This time you get it based off of actual, I'd say, skill. I'm not saying the last one wasn't skill, but I'm just saying this one, the last one was based off penalties and a bit luckier.
Yeah.
So, how would you describe back-to-back podiums for you after your first time on the podium?
Well, at least I know. Well, I came in the top 3 on track this time, so it felt a bit better. And yeah, the Brazil one was just weird. I didn't think that everyone had penalties, but I guess strict track limits help to prevent that.
Congrats on P2 for yourself. Polo, any questions for Maddie Mumu?
Again, no, not really much to say. Great job in P2. You played the strategy right, staying out on the mediums before the safety car came out. So congrats on P2.
Thanks.
Polo, your opportunity to give Patriot an interview.
Oh,
Hello.
okay.
Make sure your audience included Patriot.
Oh, is it
So-
included? I think so. Do you ever
So a
know?
really bizarre race from you. You did having to make 2 stops at the start of the race. Do you think you were going
Fun.
to come back from you're going to come back from pretty much near the bat P3?
Oh, definitely not. Lap 1, I was obviously very frustrated. Just lost the car in the second sector. Almost went out and had both wings red, completely tore off. So I call myself lucky that I didn't go out there and I was able to pit for mediums, and then it was pretty much a Mexico Tier 3, me just trying to get through the field as safely as possible and not get any damage. But yeah, P3 isn't very bad. Dirty air definitely played a factor in my tires wearing a little more. I went for an undercut on all the guys like Davis and those guys running in the top 5, but at the end of the day, nobody had tripod space. He was unbelievably fast. So, props to him getting the win. Like, an unbelievable speed from him.
Yeah. Obviously, you pretty. Oh God, this is turning into another Italy. Don't worry, I'll think of something. Do you think you were gonna?
It's okay, it's just an American viewing.
You know.
It's alright. Fake Irish person.
Where do you think you would have finished with the safety car didn't come out and?
Oh, dead last? Dead last? That safety car doesn't come out. I'm dead last, and not much I can do if I have to make an extra pit stop compared to the people in front of me. But luckily for me, it did. Unluckily for me, there was Adam Favre. No, it was Sam. He literally just slammed on the brakes right before pit entrance, so I had to repair the wing again and restarted 20th. But oh, we had the good recovery drive and ended up getting a podium.
So obviously with that podium, that boosts your confidence heading to the next race at China. How do you feel you're gonna do there?
Oh, going into the race, I was very confident in my abilities. I didn't know how fast everybody else would be. The second place was definitely a confidence booster. The gap from first to second was a little bit of a heart-wrenching 2/10 gap because I thought I'd be a little closer, but Tripod just had great pace I couldn't match, and he played the race perfectly. The race was never out of his hands, and he just did it perfectly and got the win.
Yeah, congrats on P3. Good job for you, Patriot. PB, any questions?
No, but you forgot something, the commanding drive part. Anyway, I want to go to my questions. Today was aggressive from a lot of people. We saw a lot of moves being made that were probably really dirty.
Yep.
Probably like, you know, when you were in those Tier 3 races last season, and some Tier 2 races that you'd seen before. You were a part of this race last season in Tier 2, which was really, really dirty. A total of 14 incidents submitted on the list. Of course, side reminding people, drive clean, race clean, you know, do good, whatever, right? I think I'm about to say start driving dirty at this point, and then they'll be fine. You know, I think that then we'll have a clean race. But you're kind of known for aggressive racing. You're kind of known for being aggressive, and you know, being in certain incidents. We won't go back to Mexico. But we'll save that for another time. But you're known for being in some incidents. You're known for being in that. But how would you say the racing was overall today, and how much did you enjoy it?
Oh, it was a cluster explicit. Yeah, it was really bad. The battle for the midfield, I just remember Caleb just being a little wanker and holding everybody up to the point where there were like 3 wide in sector 2. Like it was insane racing. I'm just trying to come through the field to see this nonsense going on. Like that even made me feel like I was not very aggressive, but I did have to pull off some good overtakes today. I did do a double overtake on, I think it was Riles and somebody else in the right-hander in the 3rd sector, but besides the point, yeah, the racing was definitely entertaining, but dirty in a way. So, yeah.
Yeah. Now, repeat that guy's name that you said that was holding you guys up and being a wanker.
GSR,
Yeah, Caleb. Okay, we'll go with that. Anyway, and what are you expecting into China then? The next Grand Prix.
Oh, I'm gonna do all I can to come back and do another performance like this. I was hoping for better, I mean a podium, but I was hoping to get second behind Tripod, or not Tripod, Matt, or oh my god, second behind Tripod and beat Matty, but on the softs, and me and KDX were battling for those last 5 laps. I just couldn't do anything, and he was on fresh softs. I had to stay out to keep track position, or I would have been back in 15th with the nonsense. So, yep.
Yeah.
Can't really ask for more after wrecking myself like a bot.
Yeah. Congrats on P3 after your spin.
Yes.
Hold up. Someone's got an echo. Anyway. The race, you know, it was chaotic, entertaining, laggy, glitchy, dirty. You name it! You name it! Don't matter! Anyway. Let's put it this way. I think I may as well start telling people in the Discord to, drive dirty then, and then I think we'll get a clean race, because every time I say to race clean, we get a dirty race. So, I don't know. That race was a bit dirty, wouldn't you say, Polo? But, also entertaining.
I mean, I don't think it was the best start to the season, like, having a race like that. I mean, it was, for commentator's perspective, it was alright, but as a first steward, like us two, it's gonna be an absolute hell to get through, considering the amount of collisions that happened today. There's gonna be a lot of penalties dished out, and we need to warn the drivers next time about this kind of racing, because Tier 2 and Tier 3, to put it nicely, have been a bit controversial with their driving. Hopefully Tier 1 doesn't repeat the same tomorrow.
Okay, and, Tripod back-to-back wins, any opinion on, the whole thing itself? What would you say, you know, gets him more momentum, into the future weeks? Does he maybe win 3 in a row, 4 in a row? Does he become the first person to win 5 in a row? What does he do in the next weeks?
I guess either go to Tier 1 because you're way too quick for Tier 2, or I guess, just keep on the momentum.
China's a trash track for me. Just don't even think about 5 wins in a row.
I mean, you say that, but then you start sweating the track and you probably go about 2 times quicker than me.
I mean, put it this way, for the first few rounds I'm going to be sweating because obviously lockdown, I have enough time in my hands, but when we go back to school, obviously I can't be on that much, so for the first few rounds I might be on top, but yeah, as I said, it's the first round, anything can happen.
Yeah, so long season to go, so I guess anything, like you said, anything can happen, and it's going to be interesting to see. Hopefully the level of driving does improve, but yeah, hopefully we have a much better race next week out in China, which is going to be the first ARL race at China.
Okay, I've got a quote for all the tier 2 drivers that I think we need to kind of we kind of need to how do I want to put it? We need to kind of learn. I've effing had enough of all of you. You let the league down, me down when I protect you all the time. I'm not gonna go into who's right, who's wrong. He moves this, he moves that, all that fucking wank, you know. $1 a year for his own English, whatever. Anyways, you get the point. You get the point.
Want me to end it
Luther
off?
Steiner quotes. But yeah, I guess we could. No, I seriously think though, if we're wanting to improve the driving for tier 2, I don't know what we could do. I think we just need to sit down with the drivers and say, hey, stop being so aggressive, stop doing this, because we try to say something, we try to say race clean, we try to say good luck, you know, have fun, but people just aren't having fun anymore. People
I
are
have
just
a
crashing
sick
into each
idea.
other. It's a more demolition derby. It's what's your sick idea?
So-
What, get the Luther Steiner to race in this league?
No, so pretty much it. You have like, you know, in GTA, if you're like really bad, you get like the dunce hat or whatever it's called. We should have that in tier 2, yeah, so it's 2.5. It's like tier 2 is like clean, and then 2.5 is where all the dirties go. And then, yeah. Great idea.
Yeah, for tier 1 and tier 3. Tier 1.5, tier 3.5. Big brain.
I mean, people knew I was gonna mess that part up with Gunther Steiner though, because you know, I can't speak English regardless, and he's what? Like,
Yeah, he's like
French?
American, not English. It's not the same.
He's French. He's French, like, right? Gunther Steiner's French, right?
Gunther. No, German, I think.
Swiss. Okay.
I don't know.
Well, I have no damn clue, but I think Gene has paid enough dollars for these races to be broadcasted, and now I think he's enough. I think he's had enough of it. So yeah. Hopefully the driving's improved for tomorrow at tier 1. I don't want to see another you know, glitchy race. I don't know what other way to put it. It's just stupid. Why I lagged out of the session, I don't know. But it's Codemasters game, so you don't know. But anyways, tier 1's tomorrow. And let's get to the busy sorting with like about 20 tickets. Let's get to that, Polo. But anyway.
Oh yeah.
You were joined by myself, PMBO5, and Polo God. And yeah, I think that's really about it. Tier 1's tomorrow, Sunday, 12 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. UK. I guess I'll see you guys then.
Check for your game.